Hey, it is Jessica Curtis-Blair from Rebel Realty in Woodstock, and I am here today to chat about what is going on with the Woodstock real estate market. So we just got our February 2023 stats, and I like to dissect those a little bit further and kind of go into a little bit more detail. So today what I'm going to look at is what's going on in the market right now, how it compares to January, and kind of what we're seeing on the trend right now that way, but then also how it compares year over year to the last couple of years. So, a quick hint, and we'll get into this, but yes, we are seeing a pickup in the market. So the big question is this going to last? Is this just a temporary quick thing, or are we going to see this continue further into the spring? So we're going to get into that at the end. In Oxford County in February, we saw 118 sales, which was a pickup from January, where we only had 86 sales in the whole county. We're sitting at 3 months of inventory, which is down from over 4 months of inventory of January, and 3 months of inventory is right at the cusp of a seller's market. So 0 to 3 months is what we see in a seller's market. So our inventory is down, our activity is up. The median sale price is sitting at $624,750, which is up from January, where we saw $596,000 as a median sale price. And then our days on market are down as well. They're down to 23 days on market, median days on market, compared to 46 median days on market. Now, just to kind of put that into context a little bit, that number can be very skewed depending on the price range that the houses are in. So if your house is in a little bit of a higher price range, you can expect more than 23 days in the market. If your house is in the type of price range that's selling really fast right now, which was kind of right around that 500 mark, then you're going to see lower days on market than that. So that doesn't really give you a broad idea, but we can break that down for you a little bit more. So let's look at that year over year as well, because I kind of give you some stats of what that compared to from last month. Year over year, our median price is down 25% from February of 2022. February 2022 is when we saw those really high sale prices at our peak market. So when you're seeing a lot of headlines right now that are saying, oh, real estate prices are down 25%, they absolutely are from those prices. But if we look at a year prior to that, they're up 8.5% from February of 2021. So it's kind of all how you put it into context. So from 2 years ago, we're up. From a year ago, we are down. Now I want to break this all down further and look into Woodstock as well. In Woodstock, we had 37 sales in February and 39 sales in January. So we're actually down 2 sales in February. But with that being said, the median sale price went up to $565,000 from $550,000 in January. So what I saw in February was a few more of the over 650 price range was starting to move. We are still seeing much more sales in the under 650 price range. I think of the 37, about 21 of them were under the 650 price range. So they are still having the biggest impact on the market. But what we are seeing is some of the higher price ranges, ones that were sitting for quite a long time, are actually starting to move now. And even a few houses over the million price range, which we hadn't seen as much of the last few months. The median sale price in Woodstock at that $565,000 mark is down 29% from February of 2022 when we were seeing those really high numbers, and then it's down about 3% from 2021. So right in line with Oxford County, we're kind of seeing that we're back at those 2021 numbers, whereas a couple months ago we were down year over year from 2021 to now. So we are seeing a bit of a rise in the price range that way. And then 14 days on market is the median days on market for Woodstock. So we are seeing homes selling for faster. As January, we're at 42 days on market. So we're definitely seeing some things moving quite a bit faster, some rising in prices, some things in the higher price range moving as well. And then still, again, like last month, that lower price range is really flying right now. And what I have been seeing personally is a lot of showings in that lower price range, and multiple offers have been back again. But the difference is with the multiple offers this time is what I'm seeing is even though there could be 5 offers on a house, I'm finding they still have conditions and the buyers are still being cautious with the prices that they're offering. So they're not over offering to try to get these houses and leaving out conditions that they shouldn't be leaving out. We're still cautious buyers, which is what we really like to see. So one thing that I am really seeing, that even though the prices are up and the days on market are down, and the inventory is down, it is certainly not the type of market that we have been used to seeing. And let's forget about last year because last winter was insane. But even going back the last couple of years, our sales activity is down still quite a bit. So it is not all butterflies, even though the market is picking up. So we're down from 2022, 53.2% in sales activity. So the number of homes sold. And then even when you look at 2021, we're down 46.4%. So we're definitely seeing a significantly lower number of sales still. So it'll be interesting to see with this little bit of a pickup if that will start to bring the sales activity up even more, if there's still going to be more people waiting to see kind of what happens with the market. Okay, so here's the next question we want to cover because I've got a couple people that are looking to sell right now, but they aren't quite ready for different reasons. So we are seeing a pickup in the market, and a conversation that we have been having is this pickup going to last, or is this something that needs to be jumped on right now? So I've been kind of really pulling apart these numbers and talking about that. So over the last couple of years, I have a pretty good memory of kind of the February, March market being the strongest, and then starting to slow down a little bit as we head into the April market. I didn't want to go obviously just by memory, so I broke the stats up a little bit more and kind of looked back. Now last year we had 200 sales in March in Oxford County, and the median price was $750,000. When we got to April, we had 135 sales, and the median price dropped to $711,000. Now, with that being said, last year was right when we had that very first rate hike, and we did see a slowdown in March. So that's not really something that we can base any predictions off of, because that was a little bit of a different year. Now, the year before, in 2021, we had about 10 more sales in March than April. And you've got to remember, we're dealing in Oxford County. So when there's only generally, less than 200 sales, that makes more of a bigger impact than a bigger city. And then the median price dropped by $17,000 from March to April. So March was a bit busier than April for sure. The year before, which I do remember. In 2020, obviously that's going to be a little bit of an anomaly that year, and not really something in stats we can use because that's when COVID kind of shut everything down. But if I go back pre-COVID and look at 2019, 2018, I really didn't see much of a drop between March and April. To be honest, going back, a couple of weeks ago into February, I was a little bit concerned that this pickup in the market wasn't going to last into March, that we were going to kind of see the most of it in January and February when there was the least amount of inventory and the buyers were out there and really looking for something to buy. But everything right now is kind of pointing to that we should be okay going into April, that we're still going to see that pickup in the market. We don't really have enough stats on trends going upward right now to give us enough of an indication, because the upward trends are really only starting about a month ago. So it'd definitely be something to watch. I do think that there is a lot of buyers out there right now that are really struggling to find inventory, especially in that low price range. So I do think that we should be pretty good for the market continuing to pick up at least into April. And Constantia from my office this morning brought up a good point when we were kind of chatting about the stats this morning, that they're reporting over 40% increase in mortgage applications right now between the end of last year and right now. So there is a lot of people out there that I think we're kind of waiting to the market to bottom out, and they're realizing now that the market has maybe bottomed out, and we're starting to go in an upward trend, and they are getting back in now. And all the people that have been waiting at the sidelines are looking to get back in, and those mortgage applications are really showing us that. So I think we should be good for the next month or so, and I will update when our March stats come in.